shooting for the record.
Good evening and welcome
The
to
modern
the
record.
January 9th meeting for the Fortin Community Schools Board of Directors. We'll begin our meeting with introduction of members.
Pledge allegiance.
Oh, I'm sorry. You messed me up. I mean, Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now we can do the roll call of members.
Good evening and Happy New Year. Steve Corona from the 5th District.
Good evening, Julie Hollingsworth, District 1.
Hello, Jennifer Mathias, District 2.
Maria Norman, Member at Large.
Hello, Riley Booker, District 4.
Noah Smith, District 3.
And I am Ann Duff, member at large. And to my left is Angela Filler, the clerk of the board, and our superintendent, Dr. Daniel. Good evening. Let's see. We will have our oath of office, which you are doing.
Good evening. I need to have Riley, Ann, Julie, and Maria to please stand and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I solemnly swear or affirm
I solemnly swear or affirm
that I support the Constitution of the United States of America,
that I support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and the laws of the United States and the State of Indiana.
and the laws of the United States and the State of Indiana.
I will faithfully execute the duties of my office
I will faithfully execute the duties of my office
as a member of this governing body, so help me God.
as a member of this governing body, so help me God.
Welcome back.
Thank you. And do we have we need to elect our officers for the 2023 year. Is there a motion for a slate of officers?
Madam President, I have a slate of officers I'd like to nominate. For President, Maria Norman, for Vice President, Raleigh Booker, and for Secretary, Noah Smith.
Thank you, Julie. Is there a motion
So
or a second?
Are we seconding?
I guess you second that.
Yeah.
I will second.
Thank you. Any other nominations? Okay, we'll take our vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, and Maria and I will switch spots, but before I'll give you my words of advice. Every single meeting, I always messed something up. And every time I'd come, I'm going to get it perfect this time. I'm not going to screw anything up. But every time I mess something up. So don't worry, it's okay to mess things up because as you saw just from tonight, someone's going to set you straight and tell you what you really need to do. So
I appreciate
no worries. All right.
Thanks.
No.
Nope.
You want to stay there?
I want to get sick.
Oh, well, thank you.
I play defense. Play defense.
Oh, yeah.
Ceremonial exchanging.
Yeah.
Name.
That goes to Ann. I need hers. And Raleigh needs
I think
your
I did
big
make a
one.
caveat that you get to take notes over, Raleigh, because your handwriting is so much better. I'll do it.
Right. Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, thank you. Oh,
Congratulations.
Raleigh, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Okay, well, we have that done. We don't have any awards or recognitions, no consent agenda, no old business, but we do have new business, so we have, let me get there. It is recommended that Sherry L. Neidlinger? Thank you, I knew that. To be appointed as treasurer, Stephen W. Pittenger and Elizabeth Reidinger as deputy treasurers for the calendar year 2022, and that bonds for these positions be set as follows. Treasurer, $200,000, deputy treasurer, $50,000, and second deputy treasurer at $50,000 as well. It is further recommended that the administration be granted authority to execute any corporate resolutions required by the various banking depositories. Indiana Code 20-26-4-1 provides for appointment of a treasurer and deputy treasurers at the same time that the new board organizes. Ms. Neidlinger serves as the full-time treasurer for this corporation, Ms. Reidinger as the full-time deputy treasurer, while Mr. Pittenger serves the district as the director of fiscal affairs. Indiana Code 20-26-4-5 provides that the treasurer and deputy treasurers give a bond for the faithful performance of duty in an amount determined by the governing body. Is there a motion on the floor?
Move to accept the recommendation.
Second.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Julie. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and that brings us to the end of our business. Guess we have board member comments.
Congratulations to our new officers, and it's going to be an interesting year. This is a long session of the Indiana General Assembly, and I know they have a number of education-related issues and proposals before them. Pleased with many of the recommendations that have been put on the table by the governor. And there are others that we're going to have to oppose, not proposed by the governor, but by members of the General Assembly that I think might have a negative impact or effect upon either our business as members of the board or concerns that we might have with other proposed motions or issues that would not be good for the district. So we're going to be busy. And I know we're going to have to stay in close contact with the members of the General Assembly.
Congratulations, Maria, and other officers. Proudly say that I knew you back when. Little Elmhurst High School student.
Yep.
Like Steve said, this is a time for anybody interested in public education to keep an eye on what's coming out of the Indiana legislature. Like Steve said, I'm very happy. This is something I've talked about before, but I was happy to see that the governor has proposed paying textbook fees for all public school students. I think that would be of big help to a lot of Indiana families. And I hope that everyone encourages their legislators to support that. Was it last week that Indiana graduation rates came out? Once again, Fort Wayne Community Schools exceeded the state average. So congratulations to everyone with Fort Wayne Community Schools. I think ours was 88.9%, and the state is at 86.6%. And you know that, in my opinion, that's the ultimate measure of a district. To when you take standardized tests or things like that, those are just kind of a snapshot in time. But the ultimate goal of any school district is to advance kids along and eventually meet that graduation goal. The other really interesting thing I found in the graduation statistics is that traditional public schools overall in the state, their graduation rate was 89.4%, and that's higher than non-public schools or private schools. Theirs was slightly less at 88.8. But the most shocking thing, and in my opinion, embarrassing, is the graduation rate for charter schools in Indiana, 47.7%. That should cause in my opinion, decision makers and policy makers in Indiana to take a good look at what charter schools are doing, how they are held accountable, and how they're being supported, because, I mean, that's a business. It's embarrassing. The other interesting thing about charter schools happened, I don't know, this happened in Indianapolis, but on December 27th, a charter school in Indianapolis, it's called Him for Her Collegiate Prep or something, announced, boom, we're closed. Last day of operation is January 20th. You know, we'll help you try to find a school, but, you know, parents, students, good luck to you. That's just not how, you know, that's not how a good education system should be operated. So that's another reason to take a good look at charter policy here in Indiana. Those are all my comments.
Just slightly, because I'm going to congratulate one of our students who made history a few days ago, and that is Juliana Ocampo from Snyder, who made history as the first female ever to win the Al Smith Invitational last week, which was the boys wrestling tournament. So, although she's wrestling in the girls, with the girls too, she also then is wrestling with boys in the boys tournament. So, congratulations, Dr. Juliana. I thought was an amazing accomplishment for a young lady. I know that we have a lot of, as our kids they have their last sleep, right, Maria? Maria counted down sleeps. But I'm going to welcome all of our students back, our employees back to a normal, for me, I'm looking for a normal schedule that people aren't up till 1 or 2 in the morning and getting up at 10 o'clock at my house in the morning while I'm trying to work. So, so welcome back to all of our students, and I hope we kick off to a great start.
Just a comment, Julie, on the textbook. I think Jennifer was on this webinar with me with ISBA, and I guess can be careful what you wish for, because at this webinar we learned that, you know, if we do get the everybody's paid for textbooks, so there could be two textbooks. Maybe we only can have online textbooks, or they choose the textbooks and things like that. So I never thought of that. I found that interesting. So we need to watch that. So sure, see what happens with that. But I just read the governor's legislative agenda about, make the teacher's salary average $60,000, and literacy initiatives and things like that, incentives and programs and stuff. And we did write a resolution for our 90% passing rate by 2027. So hopefully these things will help us, and we need to keep that in mind, keep working towards that. Another thing that I saw over the way, but totally different was, I don't know even what you call a big commercial for, I guess it would be instrumental to our music programs, and it was just really, really inspirational. I thought every time I watched it, oh, this is Phillips was on it, and Paul Bullhoff was on it. He's had kids in the district, so.
I hope everyone had a great break and feels refreshed and ready to get back to work and get back to school. I believe Julie and Steve and other board members touched on the legislative session and how it started today. As a newer board member, when I came in, one of the resources that I use, and I like to share with whoever's watching, is Indiana Public Broadcasting News. They send a weekly text message out all year, but especially during the legislative session, explaining what's going on, what to keep an eye on, different topics, including education, environment, whatever it is that you may be interested in. You can Google it. You send a text message from your phone, and they will add you to a list where they will send you a text every week to keep you updated. And it's just a good way to receive information because there's so much out there and it can be really overwhelming. They do a really nice job with keeping all of that streamlined to make it easier to access and understand.
I just want to say thank you, Ann, for your service, Madam President. Look forward to serving with you, Madam Maria, next year, and Madam Mark. That's all I have.
So I too want to say congratulations to all of our new officers, Maria, and also thank you, Ann, for your leadership the last 2 years. These have been very interesting times, to say the least, for the last 2 years. So very excited about new semester, running into the spring now, and excited about, again, our focus on literacy, our focus on well-being, which is also part of behavior. And then, of course, what are we doing in regards to defining culture and moving culture? So we spent all day today on that topic with Jason Baker as we looked at our whole strat-op phenomenon. And I believe the next board session, board meeting, will have a report out for you on that topic. But again, very pleased with where our focus is and where our attention is, and the details. It's always in the details. You'll also know that there will be some sessions where there will be some individual meetings with you all as we talk about where are we with transportation. Seems like that's been such a long time ago, but we need to get that to a finality. So transportation, but also our safety, as there will be some discussion with you in regards to that, and then hopefully there will be another session where we can all come together. But anyway, very pleased with the fact that, yes, a very lengthy holiday season for us all, and glad that we're back as well, and hopefully everyone's had the chance to recharge, and started this morning at Bunch Elementary, and just seeing the teachers in their buildings, being able to prepare for tomorrow. I think it was great to make that calendar as such, similar to what we did with the day before Thanksgiving. So I hopefully all of our employees, our educators, have found today to be very, very useful and very purposeful, and we're ready to go tomorrow. So again, thank you and congrats.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I want to thanks to Ann. Ann was my campaigning partner, so we spent a lot of time together. But she's always helped keep me on the right track, helped me focus. Ann's such a great advocate for public education in our state, and so it's really great to follow in her footsteps, and to have her be, the president for a few years and then take over from there. Julie, I think, put something in the water. I remember her saying, we need to get you into a leadership role so that you can, run this thing one day. And I was like, what is she even talking about? And here we are. But looking forward to working with the board. You all are some of my favorite people, just because we love public education so much and we kind of nerd out on that. So looking forward to it. And just want to say welcome back to our students and all of our employees tomorrow. And that's all I have for today.
There are some special guests in the room.
Oh, yes. I have a whole slew. I didn't know if it was appropriate to say thank you. I was just going to tell them after. But my mom and my dad and my sister, my husband, my son whose birthday is today, he's 12. So thank you for coming to this business meeting to watch me take the oath of office and then be nominated to president. So I appreciate your support.
How lucky they were. This is a real short meeting.
Right.
I know. They picked a good meeting to come to.
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you up front, thank you for sharing Maria with us, because it's, as our families know sometimes, and they shake their head, but as Maria said, we like to nerd out on this education stuff, and we all have found an affinity, I think, and common ground in that, and so this is going to be a big year to nerd out on it, sounds like, unfortunately, with the legislative session, but we're excited about what we can do. But thank you for sharing your time and and sharing Maria with us.
Thanks, Mel. All right, I think that's all. So our next meeting is Monday, January 23rd. Is there a motion to adjourn? Thank you. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Ann.
Can we make
Thank
that
you,
meeting
Noah.
20 minutes too?
I'm going to go with probably not. So, all right. That's it for today. Thank you all for coming.
All those in favor? Aye.
Oh, yeah, sorry.